Hello everyone, Nils here and welcome back to the channel. So in this video we are going to talk about the fastest way to get the most time trial shards out of your runs and your time invested into the game. So time trial shards, for those of you who may yet not know, is a new currency that has been implemented into the game with this update, and you can use it right here on this shop guide to either buy boosts or upgrade tickets or permanent upgrades, such as movement speed, shiny chains, and extra daily tickets. So in order to benefit the most out of these runs here in our time trial, we're going to be using a strategy that I showed you guys a couple of weeks ago in the video with useful tips and tricks, and that would be the Collector 3 strategy. So we're going to be using a team of entire Collector 3 units, and we're basically not gonna do the time trial skip anymore. So we're gonna start over from layer 1 and we're gonna make ourselves to as far as we can basically. Alright guys, so here we are over in room 20 now, 3 minutes later, and as you can see we basically only have 13 of these at the moment, but this is where it actually starts picking up. After room 20 I would say. Up until this point you don't really get a lot of them, and now you're gonna see that from this point onwards we're gonna be start getting like 3, 4 even per floor. Obviously it depends on the amount of minions that you have on the floor. Like, you cannot expect to get 5 when you have 5 enemies. You kinda wanna get rooms with like about 10 units, you know, these pretty much rooms with a whole bunch of small units that you have, and no mini bosses where it's just only the boss and a whole bunch of small units. That's kind of what you want to go for, and if you're lucky you can get up to 5 per room, just like this room for example right here. You can see we already have like 2. We didn't get lucky, but rooms like this are basically, there is a good chance that you can get up to 5 shards if you're lucky. Alright guys, so here we're over at room 48, now room to be 49, and this is where you would normally have skipped if you were to use the lever for the time trial, and you can see that we have 68 shards. Well, it used to be 68 before we killed this boss. So basically we just spent 7.5 minutes of our time to get here instead of skipping, and we got 68 shards on this run. I would personally say that's a pretty good trade-off, and I think it's one that you should take every time if you are looking to farm shards. Now, if you're not really interested that much into the shards, you can just go ahead and skip, and like you can just farm some of the shards on the rest of the floors. But if you're like strictly after the shards and you wanna farm as much as possible, definitely start from room 1. Alright guys, so fast forward 25 minutes later, here we are at the end of the time trial, and here's what we managed to do solo. So assuming you get to room 86, and as you can see our kills are pretty low for the amount of room that we got. Like, it's sub 400, where usually it can range to around 420, 430 minions. But yeah, we had 397 total kills and we ended up getting 131 shards, which is pretty okay. So I have came up to the conclusion that if you can manage to grind up to room 100 to room 86, you will get anywhere from 120 as a bare minimum to 150 depending on your RNG, and 130 I guess is pretty okay. However, as I said, we could have like gotten a lot more kills, a lot more shards. And basically what I do is I am using Collector 3 units fully up to room 60. After that I switch one of them, my weakest one with probably the worst collector that I have, to a strong unit, so that I actually can kill them pretty fast without spending all too much time on them, up until room 72. And after room 72 I basically just kill everything with my main team, and that's just how I do it. So now we're gonna do another run where this time around we use the actual skip, and let's see what we get if we were to skip everything and not kill the first 48 rooms. Obviously, doing it this way is gonna speed us up by a lot. We're gonna spend far less time in the time trial. We spent about 26 minutes or 27 minutes last time around, starting all the way from row 1 up to 86. So let's see how long this is gonna take and what we come out of it. Alright guys, so here we are at the end of a run with the skip. So 19 minutes 28 seconds, we got to room 86 again, but this time however our total kills were only 183, and out of these 183 kills we managed to get only 70 shards. So you can tell if you opt in to skip, you will save yourself like 7 or 8 minutes of your time, and however that may be faster, but you're gonna end up making only 40% of a shard that you will be making with a full clear. So if your plan is to get as many shards as possible, you can quite definitely tell that you should opt in on a full clear. It's much better. And okay, we're over at 1k shards at the moment, still not enough to buy anything. And yeah, basically you just have to sit and grind here the time trial from floor 1 again and again. Once again, these collector 3 units are gonna go a long way for you, so make sure you grab them, and they definitely amplify a lot the amount of shards that you get. Like, it's not the same going with a multiplier of 1 and a multiplier of 2.8 with a full team of collector 3s, so keep that in mind, and best of luck on the grind. Anyway guys, that was pretty much it for this video. I hope you found it useful, and yeah, there's nothing to it pretty much besides that. Like, the rest of it is just about grinding it. It takes time and it's pretty time consuming, and I guess that's what their goal was of doing with this update. They just want us to grind everything, and I'm not really a big fan of that. Especially the ticket price is too high in my opinion. Like 100 shards for a ticket is sort of a ripoff. Like back before that you used to be able to get like 2 or 3, even 4 sometimes. And yeah, I guess we'll just have to wait and see. So best of luck on grinding out for your upgrades. Like the second shiny upgrade takes 5k shards, which is a lot as you can tell. So if you were to get like 150 even, let's say, which would be the best case scenario, it would take so many runs, and that's basically a week or 2 grinding. So there's nothing else you can do basically. It's just time gated content, and you have to do the grind if you want to get through to it. As always, if you liked the video, make sure to click that like and subscribe button. It will help me out a lot, and make sure you also click the notification bell to not miss any of the future uploads. And until the next one, take care.